I think I see a Yeti cave.
That's not. Oh, get out of here.
Seriously, there's a big cave in that glacier. I bet you that's where the Yeti lives.
Okay.
Hey guys, welcome back to Professional Weekenders YouTube channel. Today we are at Mount Rainier in Washington, and we are going on a luxury tour of Mount Rainier. So what does that mean? We're not really sure, but we're gonna find out. And if you want to find out too, then stick around because it's gonna be a great time. So let's go.
Let's go. Alright guys, like we said, we're here at Mount Rainier National Park. We're super excited. We're going to check out all the things. Hopefully we can see some elk. Hopefully we might see a bear. Maybe some goats and some, what were the other? Marmoset? That's a marmots. Thank you.
Marcelots?
No, marmots. I said marmots. Okay, let's go. We're going to go look for some animals and some waterfalls. Alright guys, let's chat about what this luxury tour encompasses. So, our tour guide, Daniel from Yonder Sky, he was fantastic. He picked us up in a Mercedes Sprinter van. He brought us breakfast, and he drove us all around to the best spots at Mount Rainier. So throughout this, you'll probably be hearing him and he'll be giving us some tips about things that you can do and see here in Mount Rainier, as well as some of the history and some of the historical facts that he has learned through his research. So also with this tour, we're able to stop at a few awesome places, including a couple of falls that you guys will see, as well as having a lunch after we do some hiking. So super awesome. Definitely cannot recommend Daniel and his company enough, and I will link their information in the description so you guys can check them out too and take a luxury tour of Mount Rainier for yourself. Highly recommending it for sure. And one of the things we loved about taking this tour was the fact that we didn't have to make any decisions. We just got in the car, someone else was able to drive us to all the awesome places and share their knowledge. So we didn't have to worry about renting a car, where to park it, what we should bring with us. Literally everything was at our fingertips. If we were hungry, there were snacks. If we were thirsty, there was water. It was just really cool being able just to go and not have to worry about planning those details. All right guys, so we're in the park. Wow, it's so pretty. I don't think I've ever been to a national park quite this mountainous. I've been to some in Tennessee, but it's just different being out here. So, but what's exciting is right behind me, if you guys can see right there, that is the Wonderland Trail. Apparently that goes all the way around the base of Mount Rainier. It's 93 miles long, and it takes 10-12 days to complete. So our tour guide actually said he and some friends were able to go around the entire base, which I thought was super cool. So yeah, hang out and we're going to check out some more things. So let's go.
Alright guys, so we just made our first stop here. This is a mineral spring. Apparently somebody started up a business here a long time ago with access to the spring. So I think we're going to check that out. It's a nice place. They have a little restrooms here, a little ranger stand. And over here they have one of those giant tree trunks with the dates, and so you can see when everything happened. I'm going to go take a look at that. Yeah, that's what I figured they'd put. So here you can see where World War II began. World population 2.5 billion. 1293 when this Douglas fir began growing. 1500 population 5 million. I mean, even then this thing was 2 feet across. Mount Fuji erupts in 1707. 57-year of eruption period beginnings of Mount St. Helens. It's not far from here. Here's the Civil War. This thing was probably 5 feet across, 6 feet across in the Civil War. And I'll step back, you can really get an idea how wide this thing is. Yeah, it's probably close to 6 feet, maybe more. So the water was super cold?
Yes, the water was freezing. I think I still soaked my hands because it was just too cold.
I didn't want to keep my hands in there either.
Alright guys, so we were at Longmire, and apparently there was a natural mineral spring here, so we're going to go check that out. Oh, but then right there, you can see Mount Rainier.
So we still have a long way to go to get to the top. But
awesome.
I kind of like this stop too for a couple reasons. So the sign is kind of interesting. So mentioned that Mount Rainier is a volcano. It's one of 5 volcanoes we have in Washington. and pretty young geologically. The cone itself is only about 500,000 years old. So if we got in a time machine and went back 500,000 years, we wouldn't see any volcano here at all. But in that time, obviously, it's grown quite a bit.
And we got glaciers right there, the peak. And we're gonna go on a glacier hunt, so hopefully we'll see some of the deep blues in the glaciers.
Here's one of the remnants of the hot spring resort that Rainier built. This is one of the pools that he had constructed.
Wow.
Well, let's check it out.
Yeah, you can feel it. It's cold.
Well, it's not too cold. It's actually warmer than what came out of the bathroom tap.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was, he did create hot springs. It's, as you can see, not hot now. But,
the bubbles coming out.
the other thing I like about this stop is that when I see this, I'm just like reminded that we're at a volcano.
Yeah.
Like, there are things happening underground right now.
Right, that are causing
Like
the bubbles.
The lava is heating up
Yeah.
water and it's evaporating and it's going to the surface and it's capturing gases and other minerals. Like, we're at a volcano.
Yeah. Man. So even though this was a mineral springs back in the day by Mr. Longmire, where he stated his own claim, do not drink the water. It is not advised. Alright guys, super excited. We are actually at probably going to be my favorite falls of the day, and you'll see why in a second. I never find things like with my name on them, surprisingly enough. So, alright guys, let's go check it out. Alright guys, and there she is. There's Christine's Falls. Hopefully Christine really doesn't fall on this trip. That would be bad. It's beautiful. So the reason why it's named Christine Falls is because the first white person to ever summit this Mount Rainier, which you can't see because it's behind the trees, his name was Von Trump, and apparently Von Trump had a daughter named Christine. Bingo bango, she has falls named after her. Alright, so what's it like being married to a famous person who has a falls named after her?
I'd say this is definitely a beautiful fall, almost as beautiful as my lovely wife.
You're
You hear those points clicking up, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
Yeah, okay. Keep trying. Let's try that.
Trying.
I would like to think it was named after me, but that's not the case.
So we're crossing over the Nisqually River here, so we've been following it for quite a while, but we're gonna say goodbye.
Bye. Alright guys, now we're gonna go on a quick hike over to Narada Falls. It's only 0.1 miles, but we've been told it's pretty steep, so let's go check it out. Okay, so this is the top of the falls. And then it's straight down. Okay.
About 10 feet after you said we're going to go on a short hike.
Yeah.
We're here.
We made it.
Waterfall.
Yeah.
There's a little waterfall here.
Alright guys, and we're at the bottom. Well, not really the bottom. We're at the lookout. How about that? So we parked up there, walked across the bridge, did a little zigzag down, came down the steps here, and we made it. Only 0.1 miles to the car.
Alright guys, so we just got here to Paradise. It's a beautiful area. It's about a mile in elevation. This is where the trees start to thin out and we start to get more from the old growth forest up into more of the glacier type of area. So we're going to see a lot more rocks. I don't think we're going to quite get to the snow. But it is
No, we are not getting to any snow.
Yeah, it is a beautiful area up here for sure. And like I said, they call it Paradise, and I'm really surprised because I had no idea that Green Day had visited Mount Rainier. This is obviously where they wrote that song, right?
Of course.
Welcome to Paradise.
Welcome to Paradise.
I'll put the clip in.
Alright. Anyways, yeah, look at these colors on the mountains here. They're beautiful with the vegetation and everything. So we're going to go on a quick hike. It's at about a mile or so.
Yeah.
And we'll see what we can see.
Yeah.
So let's check it out.
Alright, so real quick guys, this is the visitor center. This is where we can get some more information. Hopefully I can buy a shirt there on the way out. Going this way, that is the Alpine Ranger area, so you can summit from here. That's typically where you start, I think. And then over there, back all the way over there, that is the lodge. The lodge is only open for a few months out of the year because they get a ton of snow up here. So yeah, super cool. Alright guys, the gift shop is closed. They're closed on Mondays and Tuesdays, and I think today is Tuesday. Oh well. Got some bad news.
What's that?
The gift shop is closed on Mondays and Tuesdays.
Bad news for you.
For me.
Yeah. The everlasting, the evergreen.
Yeah.
Is that meta?
Like,
Myrtle. Like the tree? Myrtle, like the tree?
Myrtle.
Crepe myrtle, yeah.
I'm thinking like old lady myrtle. Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle Beach, okay. Cool. Where are we?
We are at gorgeous Myrtle Falls.
Yep.
Just up the street from Paradise.
Yeah.
Place to be.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say about it beyond that.
It's pretty?
It's pretty.
Okay.
It is very pretty.
Yeah.
It's not a very... It's kind of a tall fall, but it's like water kind of cascades down it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More cascading as opposed to a sudden drop, right?
Yeah. Got some nice boulders down there.
I like that boulder. That is a nice boulder.
Moss and beautiful views of the mountain and the summit.
Yeah.
From here.
Very pretty.
I can't get over it, and you can also see the glaciers here really well.
Yeah.
The closer we keep getting to them.
Alright guys, so we're currently on top of Myrtle Falls. Here is where it starts, under the bridge, and there's where it goes. We were right there just a few minutes ago.
It's just so beautiful here. I mean, look at the mountain. I just can't help, but it makes me want to sing. The fields are alive.
That's
the sound of music.
That's not the words. It's the hills are alive.
Yeah.
Okay. Cute little guy. Alright guys, so there's Mount Rainier, and then hopefully I keep the camera steady enough. And you can see that blue right there. Those are some of the glaciers.
I think I see a Yeti cave.
That's not, oh, get out of here.
Seriously, there's a big cave in that glacier. I bet you that's where the Yeti lives.
Okay.
That's where the Grinch lives.
Pretty sure the Yeti's in Nepal, honey. Actually, the Yeti's in
That's
Disney.
why no one can find them, and they're looking in the wrong place.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeti's been hiding here the whole time.
That little building right there, that is the water plant. That's where the water comes from. And then there's Mount Rainier.
Absolutely just gorgeous. I mean, just standing here, how many waterfalls you can see. You can hear them. Just beautiful. And this is the right time of year to come for sure, with all these colors in the hills, and the reds and the greens and oranges, yellows, and then the contrast that with the white and the brown, of the mountain, where just nothing is living up there. It's just absolutely beautiful.
And the snow and the glaciers.
Very gorgeous. Very quiet and peaceful. You definitely take some time to reflect and meditate up here.
Okay, well, I'm ready for some lunch. You ready?
I'm ready to eat. Let's go.
Alright guys, so this is where we started, right here at the Paradise Visitor Center. We only did a short walk up to Myrtle, but then we went a little bit farther. I think we went over to Skyline. I think we started right about here.
Yeah.
So that was super cool, and we're gonna head back down and check out the Paradise Visitors. Oh, sorry, the Paradise Inn. And our tour guide Daniel just confirmed that they do, in fact, have a gift shop. So let's go buy some stuff.
Let's go. And here is the Paradise Inn. You tell me, what do you think? Is this paradise? Yeah. All right. It is beautiful. It's gorgeous. There's the peak up there. It's kind of hard to see through the trees, though. Drinking too much water?
Yeah, it's too cold.
All right, and here we are in the main lobby. Absolutely stunning. Wood frame construction, kind of like a cabin. Have a little fire burning over here. You smell that all throughout the mountain. Here's the view from up top. It's kind of neat they have this sort of bridge, it's suspension style up here. Walk across, down at the fireplace. Gorgeous. I wonder if those stones came from the mountain. They look like it. Absolutely beautiful. Alright, and here we go into the gift shop.
Alright guys, in true Christine fashion, I blacked out in the gift shop. I bought way too many things, but I'm excited. I'm going to show you what we got whenever we get back to the hotel. So for now, we're going to, so for now, we're going to go grab some lunch and hopefully see some more cool things. So let's go. Everything looks amazing.
We have beets, mandarin noodles.
Yep.
And chicken
With tabbouleh.
Tabbouleh.
And then some cucumbers and capers, which looks awesome.
As well as some fresh bakery bread.
Looking forward to that. And then, of course, what is lunch without a beautiful view? Alright guys, lunch was amazing, so now we're going to head on out and find some more exciting things to see, and we'll take you guys along with us, so let's go. You ready?
Yeah, I'm so full. Lunch was fantastic.
I know.
And that view is incredible.
I know.
You never get old looking at that.
No, it's amazing.
So this is like if the Grand Canyon had trees.
I don't, maybe if the Grand Canyon had trees.
I don't want to grab a rock and chuck it.
You do not. No, we don't. If you hit a deer or a marmot, I would be highly upset. Would you imagine just being a deer, bebopping down the path and get clunked over the head with a rock?
There is a trail somewhere down there. Backpacker or something.
Alright guys, so we were at Reflection Lake, and this is one of the more famous views of Mount Rainier. On a perfectly calm day, you won't see any ripples in the water, and you'll see a mirrored image. Alright, what smart aleck thing do you have to say now?
I'm enjoying reflecting on my reflection.
Oh my god. You can't even see your reflection. You're like 5 feet from the water.
Look at this.
Okay. I see your shadow, but that's that. Nice try. Oh, okay. Oh, that's true, yeah.
I'll climb the mountain.
Yeah.
And then I'll look down from the mountain and I'll see my reflection, and I'll reflect and say, that is a handsome man down there in that lake.
Okay, we're done. Alright guys, so this might be my favorite view so far. This is, well, in a second you'll see the mountain, and then you'll see Stevens Canyon. I don't know why it's my favorite. Next to Christine Falls, of course. But this one might take the cake. Okay guys, so there's Mount Rainier. And then here,
So this is a different
Stevens
side
Canyon.
Yep, so we've been working our way across the southern end. And earlier today we couldn't see that little nub on the right. That's Little Tahoma. So the Native American name for the mountain is Tahoma.
Oh, okay, so it's Tahoma and Little Tahoma.
The white name.
Okay, gotcha.
And that little peak, that little nub on the right, that's still really tall, is called Little Tahoma.
Okay, Tahoma, gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, you can really see some glaciers.
Alright guys, so that is Mount Rainier, and we're still by Stevens Canyon. And if we zoom in here, you can still see some of the glaciers. And not cars. But, yeah, and there's the glaciers. There's one right there. Pretty cool. So, and then this peak right here is Little Tahoma. How you like it so far?
Yeah, and it looks great. It's a whole different view, a different perspective than what we saw on the drive up here. Really bringing your binoculars to get different perspectives just entirely, because there's so many little things you start to notice.
Yeah.
When you're zoomed in, like that little waterfall right there is really beautiful.
Oh, I think that's what you're pointing to.
Yeah, and then you get some good views of some of the glaciers up there as well, and just you can tell how steep, and sheer some of those ice faces are.
Yeah. So there's a waterfall here?
Yeah. Stand right there where I was just.
You stand right there where you just were. Oh yeah, a little buddy.
That's still pretty good size.
I don't think you can see it on the camera. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay. Hi, waterfall. Bye, waterfall. Alright guys, so we are currently at Box Canyon of the Cowlitz, and we're going to check out two mountains that are technically volcanoes. So we're going to look at Mount Rainier right here, and then Mount Adams is that way. Pretty cool. Alright guys, so that is Mount Adams, one of the 5 active volcanoes, or one of the 5 volcanoes in Washington. And then panning this way, you see Mount Rainier and you see Lewis.
Yeah.
You good?
Yeah, so here we are at Box Canyon. It's a narrow slit through the mountain. No jokes there at all.
So without dropping the camera, it is 180 feet to the bottom. Alright honey, so where are we?
Alright guys, so here we are at the Grove of the Patriarchs. It is part of the old growth forest. So we're going to do a little 1.5-mile hike on in there, check out some old trees. Should be pretty neat. Hopefully find some massive ones like we saw down at the visitor center. That'd be cool. But yeah, we're going to go in there and see what we can find. Maybe we'll see some birds or something else. Got binoculars if we want to watch some wildlife. It's going to be fun.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Alright, so guys, we're at the Grove of the Patriarchs Nature Trail. There is our first thick boy. Really tall tree. I don't even think that's the biggest one.
Yeah, this is the biggest one.
You've seen
the second
so
biggest
far?
one so far.
Yeah. I'm gonna see some deer. Or a raccoon? Do you guys have raccoons here? Yeah. Okay.
Trash bandits.
Trash pandas.
Up and down, that's called a western red cedar.
Okay.
And that tree was a really important tree for Native Americans. Several of the tribes around here referred to it as the tree of life.
Oh, okay.
So some of the other ones, like that tree by the river that you said, big tree, that's a western red cedar also.
Alright, so we're heading into the Grove of the Patriarchs. So this is going to cross the super not sketchy at all suspension bridge. And apparently it's supposed to be one person at a time. But we were told it's not for the sketchiness of the bridge, but because it takes a lot. So. Go! I'm not getting on this thing until you're well on the other side of it. I know how this works.
It's like a little Golden Gate Bridge.
Okay. Keep her moving. Let's go.
Oh wow. Look at the water. Come on here and take a look at the water.
Go! We're holding up the line. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Alright, not sketched out at all, not even a little bit. The water does look gorgeous. Right there. Super wide riverbed. Not looking down, just keep her moving, walking, and we're good. Oh, caution, active beehive. Half mile ahead. Alright. Yeah? You good? You're gonna make it. How far are you going in, bro?
I'm trying to get this flat rock.
Okay.
That's probably way too big to skip.
Yeah.
Alright, well, we're gonna try.
A lot of force.
Oh, okay. Good job. Yeah, ta-da.
My foot is numb.
Okay. That was funny.
And that's Rainier water.
Yeah. You good?
Refreshing.
Yeah. Okay, so that is where we started. We crossed the bridge over to this little island, and this is where the Grove of the Patriarchs are. So we'll check this out in a second after Lewis decides to put his shoes back on. And yeah, we'll let you guys know what we see when we get there. Alright. You gonna crawl all the way in there?
I'm not crawling all the way in there. I want to stand in there. Arms spread. And just really get how big it is.
Okay. Alright.
It's like that megalodon mount.
Oh, yeah. At the Tampa Aquarium?
Yeah.
Florida Aquarium.
Florida Aquarium,
Yep.
yeah.
Alright guys, so this tree right here was a part of a cluster of trees. And this one decided just to fall over. It is massive.
Yeah, so this is a Douglas fir, and they can live over 1,000 years and grow 250, 300 feet tall.
Oh my gosh.
They're the third tallest tree species in the whole world. Only California redwood and sequoia grow taller than the Douglas fir.
Yeah. I just can't get over how tall these trees are. Alright guys, so all of the trees that have fallen down, they eventually become what is called a nursing tree. So you kind of can see how, even though this tree has fallen right here, there's trees and, growing up from it. It's believed that some of these big old trees that we've seen, here in the Grove of the Patriarchs started as these nursing little trees.
Side you can see the live bark. Just alive enough on one side to keep nutrients
To sustain.
up to
Wow.
the canopy.
Yeah, so you're saying that these trees look dead, but although they're actually still barely alive. You
Yeah.
can see the new growth at the top.
Sure.
Because these trees are over 1,000 years old each.
Oh my gosh. I don't know many things that are 1,000 years old. Yeah, so here's another great example of the a nursing log. So here you guys have, like right here, a log that's fallen over, and then you've got these, I would say 100-foot trees. At least 200-foot trees, maybe, growing right in front of it. And you said this is a cedar tree?
Yeah,
Western red cedar, okay. Alright, and then here is a western red cedar. And it's so tall. But it's also really, I almost can't fit it all on the lens. Just for scale, it's just, crazy how tall they are.
Yeah, I can just imagine what the loggers must have been thinking when they first accessed areas like this, 200 years ago, 100 years ago. I mean, just the dollar signs going off in the
I know. It's so
no,
sad.
It's unfortunate, but that was the
Right.
way of the times of the
Yeah.
back then. But yeah, I mean, just how much lumber you could get from each one of these trees.
Yeah. Alright guys, so we're heading back towards the van. We're going back on my favorite part of the trail, the bridge.
Alright guys, so here's your pro tips for your luxury tour of Mount Rainier. I'd say number one is bring a good pair of binoculars or a telephoto lens for your camera, because there's so many gorgeous shots of the mountain, of everything, and having the binoculars really gets you up close and personal with things that are miles away, thousands of feet away. And I saw so much more detail than I would have seen otherwise with the naked eye. I would say number two is book during the week, or especially during the off season, the shoulder season like this is September. You're more likely to have more of a private tour like we did here. And our tour guide did mention that tours during the week do tend to sell out. And if you want a tour during the summertime, the peak season, you're probably going to have to book several weeks, if not months in advance, to find a spot on a tour group then. And pro tip number three is dress for the occasion. Definitely want to wear layers at different altitudes. It's different temperatures. So some altitudes we were really hot and we had to shed some layers. Other altitudes it was a little more chilly, and I'm glad that we had a few things we could put on, a hat and coat and gloves, those sorts of things. And also remember to bring decent walking shoes, closed-toed shoes, because there is a little bit of hiking. We've done nothing too serious. I think about 1.5 miles was our longest, and it really was fairly easy. So I don't think there's any issues there, but just make sure that you dress for the occasion and you'll have the best time possible. So that's going to do it for us today here at Mount Rainier in Washington. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. If you like this type of content, leave us a comment below maybe what your favorite mountain is, or your favorite kind of trail is. Maybe something else you think we should check out, and maybe we'll do it. So that's going to do it for us, and we'll see you next weekend.
Yeah guys, and like Lewis said, we had a fantastic time. Our tour guide Daniel at Yonder Sky was amazing, and we'll put his company's link down below. So if you're going to come out here, definitely recommend booking with him.
Yeah, amazing.
So, yeah.
I highly recommend it enough. The private tour, the attention to detail,
Sure.
the luxury touches with the picnic and the glasses and all the sodas and different snacks that we had throughout the day. Lunch was fantastic. Gave it excellent knowledge
service,
and, of the area, of the trees, of the mountain. Everything was fantastic, top notch. Picked us up at our hotel in a nice Mercedes Sprinter van. We really appreciate that. Drove us all over the place. Paid for our admission to the park, so I don't think it gets much better.
Yeah. And it's nice not having to worry about all those details, where you can just come here with someone who's very knowledgeable, who can do all that for you, you know, can park the car, can point you in the direction of where to go, what to see, and obviously be with you the entire time if you have questions. So definitely recommending these guys, and we'll put those at that link down below for you guys.
Makes it easy to come from Seattle.
Yes. Oh my
Quick
God.
day trip,
Yeah.
Don't have to
Definitely.
worry about rental cars or anything. So.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Excellent.
Bye.
Lots of people around.
Sorry, I'm getting some B-roll.
I don't like to look like a crazy talking to the camera. I'm real excited for my intro. Scaring everybody.
Oh, too close.
Hey guys, welcome back to Professional Weekenders YouTube channel. Today, should I do it again?
No, that's going in. That's the clip.
Perfect. Yeah.
All right, so Christine told me to talk about the mineral thing and stuff like that. I have no freaking clue. I don't know what I'm talking about. I think they said that